guys, this is a walkway of Luxor, and I'm coming to Luxor from Excalibur, the Excalibur walkway, which is that one, well, one of the three that you have to go through. And here it's one of the entrance to Luxor. Of course, it's not the main entrance, I'll show you that. I'll go out. It's nighttime, it's 1:40 in the morning. So, don't you like these walls though? It's really beautifully themed. Luxor was one of the first resorts where I stayed when I came to Vegas the first time, and I thought it was really fascinating then. You know, I had never seen something like this in terms of hotels, and it was really fascinating to me. So I think for a first timer, especially because Luxor is actually quite affordable, for a first timer, Luxor could be a good idea to come to if you're okay with using the tram or the walkway and going to Excalibur and then walking, crossing the road and going to MGM and then keep walking to see the rest of the strip. Of course, you can use cabs, which, beware, read a page on Vegas transportation, and you can also use the Deuce, the express bus, and sometimes free shuttles, and of course the monorail, depending on which resorts you want to go to. Or sometimes you just want to walk. If you walk at a leisurely pace, it's a trek, but it's doable. Okay, I want to show you first of all, okay? See, this is the East Tower. When you come from Excalibur, you will soon immediately face the East Tower, and then further on the hotel registration, and the West Tower. I've often stayed at the West Tower. It's my favorite tower. It's a tower where the spa, salon, pool, and conference center are, and I really, really like it. I thought that the rooms there were lovely, and I showed you the rooms. You can see several reviews of the Luxor rooms in this channel. And of course you can read about it on top-buffet.com. The first time I ever stayed here, I stayed at in one of the pyramid rooms, and we also have a video of the suite, but that was some time ago, so you might want to read the update on the website. Okay, so Luxor, in terms of casino, is smaller, no doubt about it, and it's not as busy as Excalibur. It really is not. It doesn't feel like it's as big a resort, although it's big enough, you know. It's still quite active, but you know, as I said, bear in mind that it's now 1:45 actually, so you know things are coming down, but there are still people around, and it's Tuesday night. It's not even the weekend, right? So okay. Hotel registration. I'm going to show you the hotel registration first of all, and then the way to the buffet, because it's rather nice. And then hopefully I want to show the outside, because I'm noticing that my battery is actually dying. So I may have to go and charge it again, which means that when I'll show you the tram in a separate video, and I'll probably get the tram to go to Delano. I've already been in Mandalay Bay. I've already showed you Mandalay Bay, so we'll see what I can do, because it's kind of late. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so this is the registration. Earlier on, they play the piano sometimes. Very lovely. It's nice, you know. I mean, for an affordable resort, if you manage to get to one of the east or one of the towers. And when I was staying here, the West Tower was always the better one. But then they remodeled one tower, and so the other one becomes, the one that they just remodeled becomes the better one, right? This is what one of the members of staff told me. That's what they do. It's gossip, but that's what they told me. I mean, I don't have evidence of that. Here they've got an exhibition, of course. And you get to see a little preview, the Titanic. Okay, now where do I start? This is the there are people arriving right now. Isn't that amazing? This is the reception area, which is lovely. It's classy enough, isn't it, guys? Love the lights. Of course, it's not, as I say, it's quite quiet now, but and there's a lineup even now. Can you believe it? Lux nightclub. It's not necessarily that one, but it's relatively popular. And I would like to go out and then show you what it looks like as you enter. But nonetheless, when I arrived the first time, and if you come into Luxor from the main entrance, and you will see this, which is rather lovely. I'm going to pause it and show you. Okay, so I'm outside, on the side. It's quite a walk to go all the way onto the strip, you know, from here. It's not advisable because there's not much out there. It's pretty nothing. It's nothing. Las Vegas Boulevard, which is the strip, there's not, I mean, it's quite a walk just to get back to Tropicana, which is over there. Anyway, so it's a side. I can show you from the side. Luxor sign, the Sphinx. It's rather big. See, these are cars here. That's the Sphinx. And it's nighttime, so you don't see the Black Pyramid, but you get an idea, right? It's rather lovely. I mean, even if there is nothing to do out here, it's rather nice because it's summer. Even if it's not summer, it's May 2015, but it feels like summer. Beautiful, dry, warm air, and you hear the crickets. It's beautiful. On that side is Delano, and on that side is Mandalay Bay, and they look like they're so close, but they're not. You might as well do the walkway, huh? Okay, I've come out a little bit more. So Luxor sign. Over there you see Excalibur and Tropicana and MGM Grand. They look so close, but they're not. And so the Sphinx. And what you see in front is actually the tram rails that will lead you to Mandalay Bay. And one stops at Luxor and one is express from Excalibur, and that's free. It's part of the MGM group, and that's the Black Sphinx. So I'm now going back inside and to show you, just to show you what it looks like the moment you go in. Can you hear the crickets? Isn't that lovely? It's lovely. I still remember when we drove to Vegas many hundreds of miles, and we were approaching Vegas. And we stopped, I don't know how long before actually the town of Vegas, and we stopped in the desert for a couple of hours at night, and all I could hear is the loud sound of the crickets, which for me is heaven. I love them. Okay, so this is the entrance, the official entrance, the front entrance to Luxor. Okay? Oh, I'll show you this section here. So, although it's not super grand, say like Bellagio or Mirage or Venetian and so forth, it's still tastefully done, I think. But it's nice. I love the theme. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you what it looks like the moment you enter. So as you enter, you get to see the statues, a bit of water. Oh yeah, and you see the pyramid. I don't know if it renders on video. And then of course is the registration on the right, as I already showed you. And then you've got this little sections here with the water, you know, just lovely, isn't it? I mean, for a first timer, this is quite interesting, don't you think? It's quite interesting. So I think that a lot of people will be blown away the first time they come here. And especially now that they've remodeled even the tower rooms, you know? Okay, see what else I can show you. Yes, of course now, the omnipresent bar, the moment you enter, it's the new theme. The moment you enter a resort, you got a bar, and that's it. And then of course you got the casino. This one, as I said to you, it's relatively small compared to others, but it's not really small. It's just that it feels a little bit more compact. I've just come from Excalibur, and definitely Mandalay Bay is a lot more sparse as well. Lots of tables. I don't feel that there are that many slot machines, but there are actually, and pleasantly being updated as well. Cashier is obviously when you go and cash your vouchers, you know, your tickets that the machine gives you when you cash out after you play, or your chips if you play tables. The lounge, Centra, the lounge in the middle of the casino. Lots of resorts have a lounge. in the middle of a casino, or anyway in a central area, which is nice. As you go towards the race and sports section and the poker section, you got of course another bar, but what I wanted to show you that, and then the Chris Angel entrance there, Chris Angel show, and then of course this is the buffet. You go down in the basement, in the basement. Okay, and of course they, I mean, can you see that they advertise a pass for 2 buffets, Excalibur and Luxor? I don't know if it's worth it, guys, and you know, you've got to see our reviews of the buffets themselves or read about them on top-buffet.com. It really depends on what you want, okay? And so I will talk about that separately. And that's where they have the Chris Angel Believe show. And here you've got a backstage deli, which is pleasantly open even at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is very important. And by the way, the food and beverage credit is not valid for this. Sorry, guys. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to show you the entrance or the way to the pyramid rooms. I'm gonna just give me a little bit of time to find my way there, because it's kind of interesting. This casino definitely does not feel as smoky as Excalibur. I don't know, maybe because some people have gone, they have better air conditioning, I just don't know. And since I'm walking around, I want to show the entrance to Luxor nightclub. Okay, I'll try it next to Public House and the bar Flight. Lux. It's kind of gothic, eh? I rather like it. I know I'd like gothic. See if I can show the entrance, okay? It's totally dark, and of course it's closed. But it's rather funky looking. It's really interesting, a little dark. I like it, actually. It's different. I have no idea what it looks on the inside, I'm afraid. I may have to have a different video for that. I haven't done nightclubs. I haven't really done videos of nightclubs. It's not that easy. When they're open, it's packed. I mean, so packed. I suppose if I went really early, I could do it. Now I'm going to show you one of the elevators that takes you to the pyramid rooms. And right on this side where they've got the little advert for Chris Angel Believe. Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm going to elevator 1. Hopefully it'll just be the same as the others. There are several elevators that go diagonally towards, or should, towards the rooms, the various rooms that you're going to be assigned. Well, there are various rooms. You will be assigned one of them. Okay, and of course there are also ground floor rooms, but let's just get onto the elevator the moment that there's nobody. Okay, I'm in the elevator and I don't know, press 4, doesn't really matter. It has a glass on one end anyway. Okay, so here I am on the 4th level. This is really funky because that's what I mean about it's odd. If you're actually staying in one of the pyramid rooms, you get to see all of this. Of course, you get to breathe the smoke, so beware of that. I mean, even if it's not a lot, but it'll be, you never get really fresh air. And that's the pyramid, so it's rather interesting, don't you think? Of course, you can use the walkway as well. So, well, it's quite unique, don't you think? And as I say, when I actually stayed in the pyramid rooms, the rooms were okay, you know. They were funky because they had this slanted ceiling because of the pyramid shape, but at the time they weren't necessarily, you know, luxury. Then you get to see all of this, so it can be rather fun actually. And I think for first-timers staying in one of these rooms, I did, and I really enjoyed it. Despite the shortcomings that the rooms had, they weren't really luxurious or anything like that. But you know, they are being remodeled, so. And but they were nothing bad. It's not, Luxor is not a bad resort at all. So don't worry about that. It's not like you're going to regret it. It's only if you don't want to be in this area of the Strip, but that's depending on what your schedule is. And hopefully on top-buffet.com we kind of help you out with regards to hopefully the kind of things that you want to do, and depending on how many days you're staying here for. And see, from here you can see the registration area again. And the mezzanine area, can you see the mezzanine area? And that's where the Titanic show, artifact show is. And then the show Cold Bodies. You know, do you know what that's about? It's about anatomy. So it's rather a nice view from here, don't you think? So you get a good feel of the Luxor. I mean, it is a unique resort. I thoroughly recommend it for first-timers. If you, as I say, if you don't mind staying in this area of the Strip, because it's, on the moment you're out, it's not the best area of the Strip. But, you know, it's rather funky, don't you think? Look at it. It's really nice. Love themed resorts. Now that I've been here many times, I no longer feel like I necessarily want to stay here, because I don't feel like privacy. I hear the noise. You might actually hear the noise from your rooms, from especially earlier on, you know. It's really not me these days, but as I said at the beginning, the first time I thought it was really interesting. And I'm in the elevator now. Can you see it? So the elevator, actually, I'm going up. It has glass, which is fun. And I'm keep walking all around, and there's another view of the Luxor inside from the rooms corridor, level 5. So those guys sleeping like that, right? Yeah, all sorts. That doesn't happen necessarily when you are in a corridor, a proper corridor, like in the West Tower or East Tower. So from some areas you don't necessarily get a nice view when you see, you kind of get out. This is the corridor, and you look out and you don't necessarily have a nice. So, you know, it's up to you if that matters to you or not. You might ask for it. Every angle is a little different, offers a different view or none at all, like here, right? But at the same time it might be a bit quieter, so bear that in mind. Like here it's really quiet. See, we're kind of sheltered here. It's open over there and it's open over there, but here it's quiet. You might want to do that if that matters to you. See, we're kind of sheltered here a little bit. I can hear the noise again. So they don't really last long, those little oases. Here I don't like it. I still get the echo from the outside, and yet I don't see anything. Still on level 5. I'm going all around it. And from this angle here, you get to see the food court of the mezzanine area, chapel at Luxor, you know. And of course you can get to those mezzanine areas using the elevators, the escalators, sorry, and the elevators. And if I haven't said it, it's May 2015, and this section here is quiet. So you will get peace. It's not really fresh air, I have to tell you. I don't feel it's very well ventilated, but it's just my own personal feeling. And then you get the slanted ceiling. So you get a bit of quiet and the slanted ceiling. And I am whispering because it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. Okay. I am now going to go back. And hopefully there's enough battery, but I don't think so, to show you the tram. But if there isn't, I'm going to stop, and it might be abrupt, so apologies about that. And then in a new video I'll show you the tram to Excalibur that connects Excalibur, Luxor and Mandalay Bay, Delano. But it is noisy still, you know, so as I say, for those of you who like quiet sleep, you might not necessarily want to be here. But I guess when you're inside in the room, it's not that bad. Again, glass. That's rather interesting, isn't it? For a first timer, I think it's rather interesting. It's a very interesting resort. Wow, I got a breath of fresh air coming out here. I've never thought I would say that. Of course you get, ooh, something's going on here. There's always somebody drunk and rowdy, right? Something is going on. I'm gonna video it for you guys. Why do some guys and girls, I've seen them get so silly, guys. I don't get it. I've never been that silly. So there you go, you got your little cheap entertainment. Always happens. So you know, if you want to see that, you got sometime you're gonna be like Cinderella and go to bed. Or go somewhere classier, but you know, drunks are drunks, right? And they continue, so I'm gonna go now. So you see, if you had a room here on the first floor or ground floor, you would possibly hear all that racket. So watch out, you know. I personally don't like that, but you might even get that kind of noise when they go into the room. There are people like that. And that's why I don't like connecting rooms. Now I'm going to try and get out of this labyrinth because I got so entertained by drunks that I need to get out. And hopefully I have enough battery to show you the tram. Oh, and by the way, isn't that entertaining? Many minutes later, the security comes when everything is calm. Isn't that a little bit concerning? I think that happens everywhere, quote unquote, so I'm not necessarily judging this place at all. I mean, security is not necessarily there when you really need it, because teleporting hasn't really been applied yet in this world. Okay, let me get out and show you the tram. Oh yes, and by the way, on one end you will find the walkway to Mandalay Bay, and you will read the shops at Mandalay Place, and you continue and you get to Mandalay Bay and Delano. Oh hi guys, this is the last part of the walk through Luxor. I will not be able to show you the tram. I will do it in a separate video because I really don't have enough battery life. But what I'll do, I'll go back to Excalibur and show you the tram. So you may have to go through the video clusters in this period, May 2015, and see the tram. I'll get the tram from Excalibur. One of them will stop at Luxor and then Mandalay Bay Delano, and one of them will be an express tram. It's just that my battery is really going to stop soon, and I don't want the video to end up too abruptly, okay? So anyway, for comparisons about which resort is better for you and lots of other tips and tricks, see us on top-buffet.com, and don't hesitate to ask us questions via the contact form on top-buffet.com. See you there, guys. Bye-bye.